So right now, here, right, is a little bit different from your usual one because over here says that the sum of the first n terms is given by this. Okay? So what does it mean? Let's put it in English. Sum of first, what can the smallest n value be? Okay? Sum of the first one term. So if you think about it logically, what do they mean by the sum of the first one term? Yeah, so sum of the first one term means just literally telling you it's the first term. Because first term cannot add with anybody else, right? So for this case, what's your n value? If you know that sum of the first one term means the n value is? So we can start n equal to 1 inside here, isn't it? And how much do you all get? 1, All right. Now let's move on. What is the next one? After sum of the first one term, the next one we'll write will be sum of So if I know that the sum of first two terms, the next one is first two terms, what does that mean? That means that my n value will be 2. And what does sum of first two terms means? What does sum of first two term means? Yes, first term. I don't write as first term, I just write as T1 and T2. So you all know that T1 means first term. T2 means second term, right? And do I know what's my T1 already?
1.
I know it's 1. Do I know what's my T2? Can I assume that whatever I'm finding right now is T2? Yes or no? No, I cannot do that. Why? Because when I sub this in, this is not for T2. This is for T1 plus T2 because it's sum of the first two terms. So when I do that, I have 2 bracket 2 square minus 2, right? And what's my answer? What? 6. So hence, what does this 6 means? This 6 means is T1 plus T2. And do I know what's T1 plus T2? Yes. T1 plus T2 will give me 6. And I know that from the earlier on, this 1 is actually referring to T1. Correct? So hence, from here, do you think you can find T2? How to do it? 6 minus 1 from the previous one, right? So let's move on again. Right now, I have sum of first 3 terms. Okay, so I'll not go in depth in how to explain all this already. I want you to put it into the formula and what's the answer that you guys get. 15. So what does 15 means? T1 plus T2 plus T3 gives me 15. And the previous term, I have 6, right? And what does this 6 means from the previous term? Which is this value, isn't it? T1 plus T2, 6. So it means that from here, in the first 3 terms, I can find the third term. So from here, I can find the third term, right? So right now, the question says, find the 10th term. So what does that mean already? Yeah, so I need to find the sum of the first 9 terms and we need to find the sum of first 10 terms. And we will, what do we do? Yes, minus them up to get your 10th term. Understand this whole logic already? So it came about from all this. And try to do that now and see, are you all able to get the answer of 37? If cannot, please raise up your hand. I'll come over.